really cool. Wow, I love that
Thank
name. I
you.
wish I would have thought of that. I could have been like, or I could have had one more boy and it could have been Kingston Azuma Apollo Devo. Oh, that
What?
and how that would be ridiculous.
That would be the greatest honor ever bestowed on me. Like, be amazing.
What you doing? What's going on?
Just hanging out. We're ready. Can I say this? Because I'm not good at long division, but 2020 and 2021,
Yeah.
and if you break it down and everything like that, does it equal new music from you? Probably the best part of everything that's gone on over the last 12 months, 14 months.
Oh, that is so generous. I I feel like I'm in a dream. I never could picture that I would have new music at this point in my life, as far as feeling like I'm in the middle of my life, like that anyone would care. And that when it came out, I was in the kitchen and Blake came in and he said, Gwen, you're number 16 on iTunes. And I burst out in tears because I was like, I didn't know that I cared that much. And that it meant that much to me. But I think there was just the longer that you get to have like eyes on you and people love you and want something from you, as far as want something that you think you can deliver, like music is my only thing that I'm good at. Like I just feel like it was such a big deal to me. And so it's exciting. It's so exciting to have new music and to have made like a tiny splash with that song is like crazy. I know it's like #1 in India on their radio station right now. So shut up, everybody. Hey.
That's
I mean,
so good.
I can't believe it. I can't.
It's it is crazy. And then when you take a look at, your history with that song and the video and taking it back through your years, there's a line that you got in here and we go, it's not a comeback. I'm recycling me. It's not a comeback. Feel that new energy. What's that mean to you when you say those words?
Well, I got to give a lot of credit where credit's due. And when I went into the Zoom with Ross Golan and Luke Nicolai, who are the co-writers on the song, I had been working with Luke, and Ross was someone that Luke was like, you got to meet my mentor. And I knew that he was going to be good if they were introducing me to him, but I didn't know he was going to be a genius. You know what I mean? Like he's just one of these guys. He's just dripping with talent, and watch him every time he comes with stuff. It brings tears to my eyes to see that much of a gift.
Mhm.
But we had been talking when I first introduced myself to him in the Zoom, and I was making a lot of excuses for myself because I felt like I assumed that at my age people would have an opinion like, oh well, we've heard you already, and you can never be new more than you're when you're new. You know what I mean? I'm not new anymore. So I just was like, I just felt insecure about doing something new, and I think that when he came back with me, he was like, let me reintroduce myself. It's like, it was like, yeah, I'm still me. Like I still am me, and I've always been me, and that's why I am me, by the way. So I'm not, and I also was thinking a lot about like my youth and like how I discovered music and ska and reggae, and how
Mhm.
that music had such a huge impact on me, and just how relevant, like it felt like the world felt like at the time of when ska music was born in Jamaica. I had done a lot of research on it because I was being really inspired by that, just going back in time in my life. And I came across this documentary about how ska music was born in Jamaica, and how it was a jubilee when basically Jamaica was being released from Britain at the time. And
Mhm.
it was this upbeat tempo music, and it was like everything was joyful. It was before reggae, and it was in the 1960s. And then it was like, you think about like the 1980s, and when the rebirth of ska again through Madness and the Selector and the Specials, and they were like also a bit punk, and they were trying to be anti-racist, and it was like everything was unrest, and then No Doubt comes along and tries to copy that, and then here we are again, and I just feel like that music, that place of reggae and ska is a place of peace, and a place where no matter where you go, you're going to go on vacation, you're going to hear that music in the world. And I just wanted to bring a little joy, so when you say to me, the question that you actually asked me was a long time ago, by the way, and it was something to do with recycling me.
Yeah.
that's the answer, a long answer, but it's like I've always been doing that, but I wanted to bring a little bit more.
I've got a few pictures I wanted to show you, but I'm going to skip right to this last one right here. And when I just want you to tell me what comes to mind right away when you see it. All right, here we go. It's not going to be anything crazy.
What comes to my mind? The word that comes out of my mouth is "aw." I also feel a little bit like, is that real? Like, did that happen to me? Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
When we look ahead to 2021, we've got a new album on the way. And again, a good thing to come out of the pandemic. Will it be that style and that sound that you just mentioned? Are you going to stick with that? Or are you going to experiment like you have over the years?
I definitely think that, my best me is when I'm collaborating with other super talented people, obviously. And every person you go in a Zoom with, by the way, they bring something out of you, and you get a little bit from them, and so you never know what that's going to end up being. It's always a culture collision that usually ends up with something great, and it's usually the most unlikely combinations. Like it reminded me when I said that of like when I was making the Sweet Escape record, and Jimmy Iovine, the head of my label, was like, I had just had Kingston. I mean, I literally like just cut the umbilical cord. Like I was like, I'm not going in the studio. He was like, you got to go in the studio with Akon. And I was like, why would I go in the studio with an African rapper? Like, what does that have to do with my life right now? Like that is uncomfortable. Like, and I did it, and I walked in the room, and he was like my instant homie, and like so comfortable. And like, we wrote Sweet Escape, which is like a world hit. Like it's just weird. The sequence of events is so magical, and I don't know what the question was, but yeah, you made me think about that.
I know they're going to cut me off in a second because you got so many more of these to do. But when the next single drops, please can we do this again? And then for the album as well, because I want to pick your brain musically at this point in your life as well.
Hey, you know what? I would 100% want to hang with you, Devo, again. And I definitely think that this record is going to be it will be a pleasure. Like, I'm excited about it. I already know what it is, but I'm still writing, so there's more to come to me. It's not revealed completely, but thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me, and to everybody that listened to my music, thank you so much.
Thank you, Gwen. Take care.
Bye.